Here's my 10 reasons why I never want to have kids, not that a single person asked. I just like watching these videos. Number 1, I'm selfish. I think that a lot of people aren't happy to admit that they are selfish. They then have kids and then they do nothing but complain. By selfish, I mean I enjoy my own sleep, my own time, and my own money, and kids take all of that away. So unless you're willing to give that all away, because kids deserve everything if you decide to bring them onto the planet, you shouldn't have them. And I'm not prepared to give all my sleep, time, and energy away. All my money. Coming on to money, they're expensive. I know what it's like to grow up quite poor. I'd rather go on holiday than pay for a kid. My body image. Why do I want to push something out of my hoo-ha and expand my stomach and my cherries and everything else on me that's going to just change? Number 4, the world is a bad place. The world is a really, really, really bad place. Do I really need to explain that one? Bullying, war, poverty, men with podcasts. Like, you can't control that. You can be the best parent ever and your child can seriously still grow up with some bad issues and bad things going on. A pandemic. There's a long list of things that can go wrong. Mental health. Tell me how you're meant to educate a child on what mental health is without giving them ideas about bad things that are out there, but without making them naive. You can't. There are the kids that grew up with mental health issues, and there are the kids that have no idea what mental health is. There is no in between. My family trauma. I've done a few TikToks on this. They went viral. If you're interested in my family trauma, feel free to go have a little look. If by some weird miracle I end up having a child and I actually like it, I will have to tell that child that some of my family members are unalive, even if they are here. Because I refuse to tell my children about some of the nasty people that I'm related to. It would genuinely be easier to tell them that they're not here. And I don't want to have to do that. So that's a very big one for me. Number 6. Number 7, messy and snotty. Every time I see a child, they just got like crust round their nose, round their mouth. They just drool. They've got food everywhere, sticky fingers. I don't like that. I don't like that. Stay away from me. Number 8, I hate kids' TV. Your kids, 1, they don't need to watch cartoons. Pop on Vampire Diaries, please. Gossip Girl. What about some Friends? Kids' TV, we don't need to watch it. It's boring. It's boring. Number 9, they're annoying. Mummy, watch me do this. Mummy, did you see that? Mummy. Fuck off. They're just annoying. They just annoy me. In every sense of the word, they annoy me. They have no common sense. They can't drink. They have to go to bed early. They scream, they cry. They're annoying. Number 10's my favourite. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. Does anyone agree or disagree with any of these points? Let me know.
If you're somebody who doesn't want kids and also identifies as a people pleaser, a reason for that might be because you were never really given the opportunity to be a child growing up because you were the caretaker and emotional regulator of the people in your life. Now, this is something I've noticed in my own experience from my life and also things I've read and heard from other people. And this seems to be the common thread. A lot of us didn't have the opportunity as children to be kids, to not have to worry about what we were doing and the people in our lives and how those people were feeling all the time. And if you had to do that and, you grew up to be a people pleaser and you never had the opportunity to have your emotional needs met, then yeah, it makes sense why you then don't have the bandwidth to also want children or to be able to raise children. And now this isn't to say that you don't like kids. I'm sure many people, like myself, I love kids and I would like to raise a child, but I also understand that I don't have the emotional bandwidth yet. Maybe at some point I will when I've done the work and I've worked through all this stuff. But right now I know that I have to kind of be a kid a little bit. I have to reparent myself in a sense and give myself that emotional regulation that I was so often giving when I was a child. So if you find yourself feeling like this, that you don't want kids and you kind of feel almost childish as an adult, this could be a reason why, and maybe something that you can potentially journal about or take to your therapist if you have one.
Can you give me a reason to not have kids? Because I'm pretty sure that I don't want children of my own, but it'd be nice to just have a little list to refer to remind myself of why I'm making that choice. So if you have kids, give me your worst horror story about your children. Or if you're child-free, what are some of the reasons you tell other people why you don't want to have kids? Because honestly, it gets kind of tiring having to explain myself. So it'd be nice to be able to refer to this.
Nobody asked, but here are my reasons I don't want to have children. I would like to preface this with I would like to have stepchildren, just none of my own. 1, I don't want to give birth. 2, I don't want to gain weight while being pregnant. 3, I don't want to deal with complications. 4, I don't want to deal with things after birth, like your hips getting messed up, or your hair falling out, or your teeth falling out. 5, I don't want to pay for a child birth to 18 and beyond because I would not kick my child out at 18. 6, children require a lot of attention and I don't want to give that much attention. And for those reasons, I would like to be a stepmom because then I would only have the child 25% or less of the time. If you do the math, stepmom math.
Because in the Latino household, you can't move out until you're pregnant or with kids or whatever, right? And me still moving out at 29 was a freaking struggle because my mom was so mad that I decided to move. And it's not like I was moving far. I was moving one apartment complex down. I was still on the same street, on the same block, everything, because you can't go too far when you're the eldest daughter, firstborn, Gen, Latina, all the things, right? So moved there, moved down the block, and everything was fine. I thought things were starting to get better. And about a year and a half ago, my sister's dad passed away from cancer. So I've been helping my mom raise my sister ever since. I was already helping before that. Raised my brothers. I've done it all. So excuse me if I'm tired of taking care of everyone else. Now, I've always said since I was little and I was helping my mom that I've never wanted kids. It doesn't sound like an enjoyable experience to me. I'm only speaking on me and how I feel and my thoughts and how I live my life. I can't speak for anyone else, nor do I want to. My thoughts and opinions on myself and my life should not bother you or anyone else. I'm not telling anyone else what to do with their life. And I'm gonna keep talking about this issue because I feel like there's a lot of first-gen Latinas, especially older daughters, eldest daughters, that have gone through the same thing that I've gone through. Hopefully not, because it sounds horrible. But, a lot of those women don't have a voice or are too scared to speak up because of the hate that comes with social media. So I'm going to keep being a voice for them. So like I said, I'm sorry if I now want to be selfish with my life and only worry about me, take care of me. I'm still helping raise my sister. I still help my mom. I have a lot on my plate. And I don't want to struggle and bring in somebody else into this world. It's not for me. It'll never be for me. I'm good off of it. Thank you so much for your questions, comments, and concerns. I plan to save accordingly. Do not worry. I will have help when I'm old and gray. Somebody will push my wheelchair, I promise you. Kids are not a retirement plan. You should have them out of love and because you've always wanted to be a mother. That's basically it. So live and let live. Other people's choices on their reproductive organs should not be any of your business. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Do you want to know another reason why I don't want to be nobody mama? There's tons, but one main one is if I carry that tiny human for 9 months and you come out looking like your other parent, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. I feel like it should be a reward. Like, I carry you, you come out looking like a tiny version of me. What? You come out looking like, oh, no. Return to sender. How do we send it back so that it looks like me? How do we do this?
This is why I don't want no kid. Everybody eat. Ain't nobody pay for nothing. Brokey 1, brokey 2, brokey 3. So, I go out to eat. $12 by myself. Now I got, look, brokey 1, brokey 2, and brokey 3. I ain't paid for nothing. All this. $58. I go by myself. $12, $15 at the max. Now I got the brokies. $58. Nope, I don't want no kid. I do not want no kid. I'm spent out. They didn't ask me uncle. You need help you put some money on the food or nothing? Grab the food, grab the drinks, and go.
Thank you, though.
Go, thank you.
I don't even want kids, but knowing that I can't naturally conceive them with my girlfriend makes me kind of sad. Like, I see all of these videos that are like surprising my boyfriend with a positive pregnancy test, and here I am bawling my eyes out because I have too much Pisces in my chart. That makes me think about how like that'll never happen to me because I can't like accidentally get pregnant and be like, surprise! It's a very rigorous and planned process, which is how you know that like gay parents are the best parents, because they worked to have their child. Like, I don't love kids. Kids love me though, and I'm really good with kids, but like I'm happy when I can just like give them back. Like, I'm much more excited to be the 2-income, no children household and the cool lesbian aunts that just like travel around all the time. Like, the pressure that society puts on us to have children is actually insane. First of all, my mom. I'm an only child, so I am the only hope at a grandbaby. And then there's just like the rest of society that's like, oh yeah, sure, we'll see in 10 years. You'll regret not having children, or the famous, you're being so selfish. Like, how am I being selfish for not contributing to overpopulation? Always said that I didn't want kids, so if my bloodline is cut short, I don't care. It's just another way to cut the generational trauma. To be honest, I'm doing my non-existent children a favor.
I will very selfishly and loudly admit that the reason why I don't want to have kids is because I absolutely love eating snacks in my bed by myself. A lot of them. And watching movies. That's what I really, really enjoy doing. So, I just feel like having kids would get in the way of that. So, that's the reason why I haven't had any yet. Because, like, if there's one thing I know, children, when they eat, it's too messy for me. I can't do it, especially on the bed. You're not gonna get this chocolate all over these sheets. That's one. And two, I don't want to share. That's why I said I'm gonna selfishly and loudly admit that I don't want to have kids, because I don't want to share. I don't want to share it. I want to eat it all by myself right now in this moment, or eat half of it and put it aside and eat the rest of it later. But this is just a regular brownie. I am gonna gatekeep the spot because it's in my neighborhood and I don't want you guys to know where I live, but it's really good.